also include 2-minute and make sure we were short up on our rules and our signals. But all in all, just progress. We have an agreement to allow me to push them really, really hard, and we did that. It's good to have all the families out here today. I think over 350, maybe 400 families, and certainly a lot of scouts in town prepping for Pro Day on Monday. So it's good to have activity and noise. You know, practicing in front of that stuff's a little bit different too, and it showed in some of the freshmen today. You know, with a little bit of distraction, so to speak. You know, but all in all, progress and ready to push for some more come Monday.
What's been standing out to you from the quarterback play for the guys behind Carson so far?
You know, football has a funny way of making people step up when they have to step up, and that's what you see. You know, there's no reliance on number one to go in there and make plays, right? These guys now have to make the plays. They have to have presence in the huddle and make sure they get the call correctly and make sure they change the play correctly, that they're signaling and receiving signals and understanding the right way. So progress, you know, probably going to use that word ad nauseum, but it's the whole goal. And as long as we keep doing that and show good attitude, it's good. We really want to be a physical football team in all phases. And obviously we slipped on one side of the ball last year as the year went on, and that's what we're remedying. And so we're working a lot of technique and fundamentals that, you know, relate to being physical and being tough and, you know, really playing football the way it's supposed to be played. And some guys have to get used to that because that's how we're going to play.
Mario, with team culture and leadership, you have so many guys that left that were leaders. How's that coming along? Anybody in particular that you're seeing really step up and sort of take ownership?
I think we're pushing it. I think, you know, our first class, they are now true juniors, right? So it's on them now. It really is. Now we have to develop that and push that, and the whole lead by example, that's a bunch of BS. Leading by example is just doing what you're supposed to be doing and keeping your mouth shut. We want the vocal part to be backed up by action, you know, and we are seeing bits and spurts or whatnot. We are seeing hard workers. We are seeing time invested. We just really, we want to work. We want to stay away from the nonsense, the BS and the hype and all that stuff, and really understand that we play really good football teams and we can be an excellent football team, and we're going to keep pushing progress till we get there.
We're going to talk to JoJo and Nykar later. What have you seen from them in the first 2 weeks that you've liked, and what do you still want to see them work on?
You know, I see a lot of ability, and I see flashes, and I see guys that need a ton of work. That's what I see. I see guys that need to get pushed, and we're going to push them. They don't have a problem getting pushed, but now when you have to be the guy, it's different, right? And so we have a ways to go. You know, we're not consistent enough. We make some spectacular splash plays, and then other times it's a little bit head scratching, and that's okay. That's part of growing up, and that's part of maturing. But we're going to pour it on them. I myself am on them really, really hard because, I mean, that's ball, right? I mean, there's no kind and cuddly way to prepare for this stuff, and sometimes it's important that you choose the right words when coaching players, because so many times they get on Twitter and they read about how great they are and or how great people think they are, and that's not it. You know, they have to earn everything that they get to display on the field on a daily basis, and that's going to be hammered home. And so, and I hope they hear this too. They need to. So I'm going to be all over their butts nonstop. We got a ways to go, but we've come a long ways.
What about the 3 freshman receivers? How are they coming along?
Again, solid flashes. We got a lot of work to do. No one's ready to crown any freshman as the guy yet. You see some great ability and they are awesome young men. I mean, they really are. Those guys are going to be great players. Are we there now yet? Absolutely not. We got a ways to go. We got to get tougher, more resilient, more consistent. We got to understand exactly what to do, how to do it, and why we're doing it that way. And then we got to understand that here at Miami, you're going to get coached hard, you're going to get pushed, because it's all relative to making you the best you can be. So I'm proud of them because of their effort. In terms of how they're doing, they're progressing. There's progress. They got a long ways to go.
With the interior of the defense line, obviously, lost Simeon, Akeem moving back outside. Just what have you seen from that group so far?
Which, the outside guys or
interior,
the inside?
The defensive tackles.
You know what? We're pushing them hard for toughness. I think the addition of Damian Lewis in combination with Jason Taylor, they're getting after those guys really good. And we want physicality. We want guys using their hands and striking. Block destruction's always been a big part of our operation. When we see improvement there, we do. And now we got to learn how to chase the ball on a consistent basis. We got to learn ball disruption on a down-by-down basis. Schematically, it's designed to allow the big guys to play heavy, to play fast, and to play up the field, to play vertical, really cut loose their ability. So we have seen a lot of progress in that department, and we're going to test them. We got a big week coming up with what we're going to install and how we're going to come at them, and we're going to come at them really, really hard this week.
Coach, last question. How do you navigate just the freshmen that when they do flash versus understanding and keeping them kind of grounded? There's still a lot of development and a lot of growth.
By being honest and truthful and being the right kind of tough, coaching tough. You know what I mean? Understanding that the ball out here after a great catch is probably knocked out and fumbled and given away against a good football team. That a really good play followed up by not knowing the formation or lining up incorrectly, that's a ticket to getting beat. Humility. We have a unique way of keeping ourselves and our players humble, and that's by working and reminding ourselves of the caliber of expectation when you step foot on Green Tree practice field. To get off social media, get off the overpraising. We're nowhere near where we need to be at that position. And we are making progress, and we have to stay the course of work so that we can get there.
Great.